A round of applause, yung mga estudyante po na sumalubong. Ang sabi ko po kay Mayor Caronan at kay Dr. Kilang, parang piyesta na dito sa Tuguegarao City. Yun pala, ganun lang mag-prepare talaga ang Cagayan State University. Maraming salamat po, palakpakan po natin. Talking about fiestas, I'd like to take this opportunity to invite each and every one of you this coming March 30 to April 14 to the 2015 Gawa-Gawayan Festival in Cagayan City. Gagawin ko po ang aking trabaho. This evening, I am joined by my better half, Cinderella Mertz. My other better half, the City Vice Mayor of Cagayan City, together with our councilors and our department heads. Please rise to be acknowledged. Mr. Secretary, ganun po kasuportado namin ang Science Nation. In behalf of the City Government of Cagayan City, Isabela, it is my privilege to extend our sincerest gratitude and appreciation to the Department of Science and Technology. Through its implementing arm, the DOST Region 2 Office, together with the Isabela State University Cagayan Campus, for its unwavering support and assistance in guiding and leading Cagayan City toward technological advancement. Thus, will make Cagayan as the first smarter city in Cagayan Valley. Maraming salamat po. I believe that this collaborative partnerships with such agencies play an important role in the realization of our commitment, not just in relation with our respected advocacies, but in providing the best of our services toward customer satisfaction and the welfare of the general public. We are thankful that the LGU Cagayan Isabela has been chosen to be the first and frontliner in the implementation of the projects of the Department of Science and Technology, particularly with respect to the expansion and innovative use of technology, thus enhancing our performance in extending the basic services to our constituents. Again, thank you, and we wish for the success of our future projects and endeavors, and rest assured that the City Government of Cagayan is in full support with the aspirations and goals of our partners, not just making Cagayan City as a smarter city, but more importantly, to be the best service to our people. Thank you very much. Mabuhay po ang DOST, mabuhay po ang Science Nation.
Thank you very much, Mayor D. Next, may we also hear from Congressman Carlos Padilla.
His Excellency President Benigno Simeon C. Aquino III, represented by no less than our beloved and dedicated Secretary of the Department of Science and Technology, the Honorable Mario G. Montejo, the fightingest ever Secretary of Justice, na wala pong takot makibaka kahit kanino man basta ipaglaban ang katotohanan, the Honorable Laila De Lima of the Department of Justice, ang dati ko pong kasamahan sa Kongreso ng Pilipinas, na ngayon po siya ang aming shepherd sa Kongreso bilang PLLO Secretary, the Honorable Manuel A. Mamba. Senator Cynthia E. Villar, one of the hardworking and dedicated members of the Senate, represented by Attorney Reggie Tamanya. City Mayor Bernard Faustino, MD, of Cagayan, the youngest and the pogiest City Mayor in Region 2. Parang artista. Dr. Maria Nilda M. Munoz, and Engineer Emmanuel M. Mendoza, our fellow awardees. Honorable Jojo Carunan, the City Mayor of Tuguegarao, President Romeo R. Kilang of the Cagayan State University, Director Orduha A. Tijada, a very dynamic and outstanding director of DOST, not only in Region 2 but in the entire Philippines. And to all DOST personnel, members of the faculty and staff and students of CSC, ladies and gentlemen. Marami pong salamat sa award na ibinigay sa atin ng DOST sa pamamagitan po ng ating Secretary Mario A. Montejo. Today is a very opportune time for me to thank the DOST not only for the Science Ambassador Award, but for the very important and indispensable role that the department has played in the development of the nation. It is indeed an undeniable fact that our progress as a developing economy has, to a great extent, been determined by our ability to cope with the fast-paced changes of science and technology. On behalf of the people of Nueva Vizcaya, whom I represent in Congress, I humbly accept the award. Again, not for the honor attendant to it, but as a testimony to the great strides that have been achieved by our people, whether in terms of quality education among our youth, through scholarships and grants, including subsidy to our Philippine Science High School Regional Campus in Bayombong, Nueva Vizcaya, or in terms of research assistance to our colleges and universities, or perhaps in agriculture by improving the lot of our farmers in upgrading their skills and know-how, and among our upland IPs who no longer depend on mere fishing and hunting and subsistence farming by imbibing better techniques of production, and or among our rural women who are beneficiaries of your various livelihood interventions in the province of Nueva Vizcaya. Indeed, the DOST, through your regional office and its employees under the leadership of Director Orduha Tijada, has become an effective partner of Nueva Vizcaya in our pursuit for a better life and to progress. We are also happy to note, Mr. Secretary, that in recognition to your able leadership, in 2015, the DOST has landed among the top 10 government agencies in terms of budgetary support and allocation. This also signifies the strong support and commitment of the President, His Excellency Benigno Simeon C. Aquino III, to advance science and technology in our country. Today, I have traveled all the way from Nueva Vizcaya to Tuguegarao City to accept this award. Although frankly, Mr. Secretary, we have not been fully appraised of its nature and implication and of our role as ambassadors of science. Sometimes I am suspicious it is not really an award, but it implies a task and mission to be undertaken by us. Whatever it means, Mr. Secretary, the award will always be treasured by all of us and shall accept any responsibility that must be attendant to it. We shall always be your faithful patrons and supporters, and in the halls of Congress, be assured you will have a strong voice in the Senate through Senator Cynthia A. Villar, and in the House through this humble representation. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you very much, Congressman Padilla. And at this point, ladies and gentlemen, everybody I know is excited. Kaya especially sa ating mga estudyante, before I give to you a very important person, medyo konting tahimik lang po tayo ng konti. Okay? Hello, kids? Yan, sumasagot sila. Magandang indikasyon na sila'y nakikinig. Okay po, thank you very much. And of course, finally, a response we shall request from our distinguished lady official, the Secretary of the Department of Justice, Secretary Laila De Lima.
Maraming salamat po. Magsiupo ho tayo. Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. I know you're quite excited, especially our young people. I understand there is a concert right after this program. So I'm sure you're all waiting for that. So, good evening to all the officials and employees of the Region 2 Regional Office of the Department of Science and Technology, especially Regional Director Orduha Tejada, whom I truly thank for the invitation that you sent to me. And of course, to my fellow awardees, fellow ambassadors of science, to Secretary Manny Mamba, and Mayor D, Congressman Padilla, and of course, DOST Secretary Mario Montejo. Thank you very much, Sec Mario, for this honor and for this wonderful event. This is the Building a Science Nation Tour. It's a summit, it's a forum, and to the administrators, faculty, students of the Science and Technology Information Institute, Cagayan State University, and Isabela State University. I need not mention the other awardees, the people of Tuguegarao City, Cagayan Province, and all the guests. Again, magandang gabi sa inyo po lahat. To be perfectly honest, when I received the invitation through Secretary Manny's endorsement, I was very flattered and also surprised, because I was not just being invited as a guest or as a speaker, but also as an awardee for being a science or one of the science ambassadors. So I thought, wow, this is quite an honor. Why me? Now, I had to ask myself, what would be my qualifications as a lawyer, as a public servant, as a Secretary of Justice, to stand before all of you as a science ambassador. Ngayon lang po ako nag-receive ng ganitong award or recognition as a science ambassador. As you know, I'm not a scientist by profession. I'm a lawyer by profession, and I had the pleasure of serving as a guest speaker for many events already organized by many areas or lines of profession, like doctors, nurses, and other medical professionals, and I've always enjoyed the novelty of speaking before various crowds and share our work in the Department of Justice and my own advocacies, experiences in government service, and especially my struggles as head of the Department of Justice with such a broad mandate. Therefore, this occasion, this opportunity is quite different for me. In all those past events, I must tell you, I was in essence a legal or justice ambassador, addressing individuals belonging to different professions, attempting to show how the various legal and justice system related current events are intimately relevant to their daily lives. But here, right now, I'm being honored as a science ambassador, which I first thought was an entirely different matter altogether. And I had to wonder how I could possibly approach this role. Pero napag-isipan ko po, ano kaya? Ano kaya yung pagiging science ambassador ng isang Secretary of Justice? I realized that we in the legal profession, and especially those mandated to deliver complete justice for all, we have many things in common. I realize that we have many things in common with the scientific community. One is the manner by which we approach the problems or issues we are confronted with. While others may be moved by sentiments, or to make judgments from unproven speculations, or to commit to hasty courses of action based on the flimsiest of premises, we both belong to the disciplines that deal with facts, the value of gathering relevant evidence, making acute observations, testing hypotheses, and employing keen reasoning in drawing only those conclusions that are supported by what is before us. Kaya nga po, naalala ko, meron po akong nabasa dati about the vote taken by the International Astronomical Union in August 2006. I think some of you know about this, when they voted to oust Pluto. You know Pluto used to be one of the planets, right? Pluto, Saturn, Jupiter. Pluto used to belong or used to be one of the planets. But in 2006, they voted to oust Pluto from the pantheon of planets. And when they did so, they were not swayed by long-held beliefs or sentiments. They discussed and analyzed the issue based on cold, hard facts measured against objective parameters. In the end, they made a historical decision that was summarized and broadcast to the world simply as Pluto is dead. But Pluto refers to the planet and not a person. And you know, it made school children then cry when they learned that Pluto is dead. The planet Pluto is dead. And ladies and gentlemen, that is how our justice system works. Popular sentiment is not a factor. It is in fact an extraneous factor. The law will be applied to its full effect. Meron hong Latin maxim kami na pinag-aralan sa law school. Ang tawag po dito, dura lex sed lex. When translated, it means the law may be hard, but it is the law. Dura lex sed lex. So naalala ko rin po, nung bata pa ho ako, mahilig po ako magbasa ng mga novels or stories about Sherlock Holmes or Christie Agatha. Hindi ko po alam kung ang ating mga kabataan ngayon ay mahilig pa rin sa mga stories about Sherlock Holmes. Pero yung kapanahunan ho namin, at syempre, mas sa kapanahunan nila, Sec Mario and Sec Manny, and maybe sila congressman, and I don't know about our very youthful mayor, baka hindi na ho kayo nagbabasa rin ng Sherlock Holmes novel. But mahilig po ako. I think I practically read all the novels about Sherlock Holmes. And you know, I think you know about Sherlock Holmes, di ba? At that time, it was a time when crimes were solved through eyewitness accounts or testimonies only. Pero nung pumasok po si Sherlock Holmes through the author, si Arthur Conan Doyle, ay inintroduce po nila yung pag-a-apply ng scientific method, forensic science, science experiments, and scientific knowledge to the task of solving crimes. But at that time, medyo medyo revolutionary. So that adds to the excitement of reading the exploits or knowing the exploits of Sherlock Holmes. Meron nga ho ako nabasang documentary about it. But I don't have the time na i-share ko po sa inyo yung napanood kong documentary about Sherlock Holmes. Now, about solving crime only through eyewitness accounts or confessions, does that sound familiar to you? Certainly. Dahil ganyan ho tayo mag-solve ng crimes for the most part of it. Ngayon, yan po ang iniiba namin ngayon. We shouldn't be relying only on eyewitness accounts because there are crimes in the first place where there are no eyewitnesses. Or even if there are eyewitnesses, there are instances when the eyewitnesses are unwilling to come out, unwilling to cooperate, lalo na po sa mga extrajudicial killings, nahihirapan po kami to get the cooperation of eyewitnesses. So ano po ang solusyon? Forensic evidence. Kaya nga po, well, we still rely heavily on eyewitness accounts and confessions to obtain convictions sa mga criminal cases po na hinahandle ng aming mga prosecutors. But when other countries have learned to adapt scientific developments to improve the success and accuracy of their criminal investigation and protection, it is not wrong to maintain the importance of eyewitness testimonies and confessions. In fact, positive and credible eyewitness accounts are still considered to be evidence of the highest evidentiary value. Pero, kailangan ho natin i-improve ang ating crime solving and also our prosecution of cases by relying on physical evidence. Because as they say, the evidence never lies. It's a basic truth of the human condition that everybody lies, but symptoms or evidence never lie. Kaya kailangan ho talaga ng forensic evidence. There are so many ways that science and technology could help bring justice closer to the people. The marriage of science, technology, the legal profession, and the justice system is not just a wave of the future. It is the reality in other countries, and so should it be too in our country. Especially if you consider the rightfully high threshold by which guilt in criminal cases have to prove or be proven, and that is by proof beyond reasonable doubt. Marami pong mga akusado o marami hong mga kriminal or akusado who are truly guilty, but they are acquitted at times because of insufficient evidence, because their guilt have not been proved beyond reasonable doubt. It is very difficult thing to hurdle, especially when we are talking about well-planned crimes, which are especially designed by criminal minds to avoid detection or successful prosecution. We are always several steps behind. Science and technology are the vehicles by which we could not only catch up, but hopefully be brought a few steps ahead, so we could not only solve crimes, but also to prevent them. And ladies and gentlemen, that is what I commit to do as a science ambassador. I will advocate for the role that science and technology should play in our daily lives especially in the justice system. So maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat. I hope I will in the future prove equal to the honor that you gave me tonight. Truly, let us build a science nation, and by doing so, a better or a much better nation. Maraming salamat po.
Thank Madam Secretary Laila de Lima. And sa lahat po ng ating mga Science Ambassadors, maraming salamat. At dahil po marami ang nagre-request, isa pong request ito ng lahat. Isa po tayo daw uli, Madam, Sirs, ng ating photo op muli. Isa daw pong muli, bago tayo bumaba, isa pang pose para sa ating photographers. Dahil hindi po daw kumpleto kanina, ulitin daw po natin ang photo op. I-request lang daw po ng karamihan o hindi yata ng lahat. Okay. Pakidala po natin ang ating mga citations. Yan. Ating mga friends sa media po ay gustong makumpleto kayong lahat.
Ating bayan ay lumalaban sa kahirapan, mga pagsubok na tila'y di makaya. Ating kinabukasan hindi pa rin matiyak, mukhang tumatagilid, ito'y nakakaiyak. Ang kasagutan ay nasa
So again, we are endlessly thankful for for your various investments to help us at the DOST in order to intensify our agenda. And most of all, we are thankful that you will continue to stay with us as we journey on and try to make a difference in the world. Again, maraming salamat sa ating SNT champions.
tayo na magkaisa, ang bansa'y arangkada, sulong na.
Like this,